Incentives for doctors, staffs and agents can be automatically calculated for selected procedures/investigations done. This is in addition to the performance incentives. To get started, go to the admin page. Click Details. Click Procedures/Surgeries and Investigations Incentives. These are the procedures and costs as saved under Add/Remove Procedure/Surgery. If procedures that are not in the list as saved in Add/Remove Procedure/Surgery are performed, others, the incentives will follow this settings. These are the individual investigations and the costs, patient prices, as saved in Default Investigation Prices. These are the incentives percentages applicable to doctors, staffs and agents. For doctors and staffs, the incentives are calculated based on the total charges for the visits, not by the individual procedure/investigation. If there are multiple procedures/investigations saved for a visit, the procedure/investigation with the highest percentage will be taken to calculate the incentives based on the total charges for the visit. E.g., if incentive percentage of dressing is 5% and local anesthesia is 10%, and the visit's total charges are Rm100, 10% will be used to calculate the incentives, resulting in Rm10 as the incentive. In order to qualify for the incentives, the individual charges for the procedure/investigation must not be lesser than the minimum charges specified here. For procedures that are added as others in the patient page, incentives will be payable only if the charge is more than the minimum charge saved here. For individual investigations, incentives will only be payable if the charges are more than these minimum charges. For X-rays and ultrasounds, as the charges are dependent on the type and operator, specify the minimum charges here that will qualify for incentives. If the charges are less than these, no incentives will be payable. The incentives can be set separately for doctors, staffs and agents. Separate incentive percentages can be specified for cash and panel patients. Credit card/e-payments are considered as cash. Clicking C will copy the percentages specified in this row to all the other procedures/investigations. For any changes made, click Save to save the changes. These save buttons must be clicked for every line that has been changed. In the collection page, incentives will not be calculated if the payment details have not been updated. The incentives can only be calculated once the system knows how the payment was made, e.g. cash, panel, and the breakdown. The incentives percentages by cash or panel will be calculated based on the amounts entered here. Credit card and e-payments are considered cash. Once the payment details have been updated, this icon will be displayed if there are any incentives payable. Click here to display more details. The incentives amounts for doctor and staff will be shown here. Clicking this will display the procedures list. Scroll down in this box after clicking this. The details used for the incentives calculations are shown here. In this example, Rm13, 10% of total charges, is payable, incorporated, as the total charges are Rm130. C% is the incentive percentage for cash patient and P% is the incentive percentage for panel patient. The asterisk at the end of 10 indicates that this is a procedure. If the incentives are paid together with monthly incentive/payroll, tick EOM, end of month. If EOM is not ticked, it is assumed that these incentives are to be paid on the same shift/day, and the payments have to be recorded under cash vouchers. At the end of shift, the incentives list can be viewed by clicking here and specify the day/period here. Click Procedures Incentives. This table will list all the procedures incentives payable. The amount outside the brackets are incentives amounts that are payable at the end of the shift/day. This payment must be recorded via cash vouchers. The amount inside the brackets are incentives amounts that are payable at the end of the month, EOM, together with performance incentives, so no recording via cash vouchers are necessary. The total payable will be shown at the end. For incentives details, including performance and procedures incentives, that are payable at the end of the month, EOM, go to the Reports page. Scroll down and click Doctors' Incentives, or Staff's Incentives for Staffs. Select the doctor, or staff, here. Select the month and click Payments Processing. All procedures incentives that are marked as EOM will be accumulated here. Click to show details. These are the procedures incentives that have been marked EOM for the month. This amount will be included together with performance incentives upon acknowledgement. That's it, you're done.